We know that there's an issue with vape in our community, especially with our youth. That's why we wanted to partner with the Youth Advisory Board and try to educate and find out what we can do as the coalition and as a community to help curtail these issues.
I think there is a perception that it's a healthy alternative to cigarettes and that it should be something that should just be accepted as to be done anywhere. So especially with the youth that are coming up, for them to think that it's okay to just do that in a professional setting, especially if they're in the system where someone is passing judgment on them for whatever reason they might be in front of me, for them to be vaping. I know that an attorney mentioned earlier that there was a custody hearing where an individual was vaping in front of a judge where there was a custody issue in place. So it really does need to get out into the community that it is an issue, that it shouldn't be freely done and it shouldn't be just accepted.
My son actually started smoking when he was 16, unbeknownst to me. But now at the age of 28, he's trying to stop. Well, shall I say he's 31 now, but he figured or thought that vaping would actually help him quit smoking, only to find out that he actually became a dual user. So smoking as well as vaping. Fortunately, with kind of ironic with me being a tobacco treatment coach, talking to him about the dangers of smoking and vaping. So yes, he's finally put the vape down, but now just still working with him on trying to become tobacco free, which is a challenge, but at least he's not doing vaping, since I was able to at least convince him or get him the information stating that this is definitely far more dangerous because of the aerosols and the particles, so it's not as safe as they claim it to be.
I think it's because it's something that is an issue with us and it's not something that we've seen before. So I think it's really big that we'll see it progress throughout our lives. So we'll see people what the long symptoms of vaping are. So I think stopping it before we see the long symptoms is really good, so then less people have to actually suffer from vaping, because it is probably the long symptoms are probably going to be like smoking.
Personally, I'm a mom of two daughters, 21 and 23 years old. My passion to get into this started with my 23-year-old when she was 15, had double pneumonia from vaping, and we almost lost her. So when my boss presented this program to me, I had to get involved in it. Now, bringing the attention to other youngsters or young adults is another thing, because they're not in that predicament. And unless you're there, you don't really fathom it happening to you.
Well, the schools might be afraid to talk about vaping because once you talk about it, and that says that there is a problem. Okay, so sometimes people just don't want to address the problem. So that could be part of it. And we don't know a lot about vape. It's so new that people can put it off as it's a healthy alternative to quitting smoking, and we're finding out that that's not true. So one of the incentives we had are a bunch of raffle prizes. So we've had AMC 30, they donated movie tickets. Albies, they donated a big gift card for $100 for the BMX bike shop. The coalition brought a TV to the table. Urban Air and CJ Barrymore's all donated great prizes. And we've also got snacks and food. So it was like a all you can eat, all you can drink, and win raffle prizes while learning great information about vape.